Good morning. It's day 3. All right, let me just see what's got going on here. It's lighting. There we go. All right. So first, I think we have some very important things to talk about, very relevant, and that is this is day 2 hair, which I think is looking pretty good, and real clothes, jeans, shoes, a complete outfit. Now, I'm not wearing a bra because I don't have to go out and you can't see it, but you know, you've got to make some concessions. Anyway, it's always weird talking to yourself on Facebook Live. This lighting is doing my head in. All right, okay. Time to get serious. Day 3 for the Discovery Call Challenge is all about success mindset. So what I want to talk to you today about is, hey Jess, you just missed it. I'm wearing actual clothes today. Full clothes. No business up the top, party down the bottom today. Can you tell I get excited when I wear proper outfit? Anyway, so today is all about success mindset. And it's great to have all the theory. It's great to have all of the, you know, the stuff that I've spoken to you about, you know, making sure that you are attracting quality leads by being quality. We spoke about making the discovery call your own, all those sorts of things. But the thing that trips people up, you can have information, you can have knowledge, you can have the understanding of what you need to do. But unless you've got the right mindset and you're willing to actually do the work, and usually not doing the work is resistance of some sort. Hey, Alexis. So it's all important to have all of those other things, but the mindset is everything, and without it you're just not going to do the work. If you're not doing the work, it's because there's resistance of some sort. So you know, this is a really big topic, and I'm trying to, you know, I was racking my brains this morning thinking, what's going to be the most value for you guys? How can I make sure that you go away after today and feel like you can do this? Because that's what's important. You know, you need to watch those other 2 trainings, because without the other 2, this is going to be a bit random. And I think we've built some really solid foundations in those other 2 trainings. But when it comes to this, as I said, I've been racking my brains thinking about what is it that I can share with you guys to get you to take action on it. And so it comes down to these. I've got my notes, and the first thing that I wrote down is, the first thing is you've just got to decide. You know, if you really want a successful coaching business, one of the quickest, easiest, simplest ways to build your business quickly and to make the sort of money that you need to make to feel comfortable and live a good life, and or even just feel like you're succeeding in the beginning, is to take on one-on-one clients. You know, and when you get your first one-on-one client, it feels amazing, you know. And often though, what happens, you get that first one, and then you start thinking, oh, is it possible for me to even get a second one? Like, was that a fluke? You know, we all do that stuff to ourselves. But you have to decide that, you know, I'm serious about this. This is my business. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to treat it seriously. And part of this process is discovery calls. And I need to get serious about building this skill. There are a lot of skills that you need, you know, in coaching, but the greatest skill is, you know, getting that discovery to the discovery session balance right, because that is your bread and butter. This is a skill you have to develop. Now, you know, I know a lot of coaches are so hell-bent on focusing on the coaching skills, you know, and thanks for the love, the coaching skills and being a better coach in the coaching sessions. But if you can't get people into those coaching sessions, then, you know, you can be the best coach in the world, but you're never going to get to practice it. And you're never going to get to create that dream coaching business of yours, because you're going to stay stuck. So important to build this skill. This is an important skill an important skill set that you need as a coach to grow a successful coaching business. Now, you may not want to do one-on-one coaching for the rest of your coaching career, but everybody needs to start there. It's where you get to hone your skills. It's where you get to really fully, deeply understand clients. I'm just going to turn that down. And know what makes people tick. The more experience you have one-on-one, the better you are at, one, being able to market your business, but also run those group programs, whether they're online or whatever it is. But it all starts with this discovery call. If you can't nail this, then you're going to be up against it. You really are. I mean, you can always fiddle around with, your Facebook ads campaigns to get those working right. You can always play around with the lead magnets and get people into those discovery calls. But that's all part of test and measure and getting that right. But if you can't convert the people that you do get into those calls, then you really are going to be up against it. And that's where, as I say, everybody needs to start. And even if you're in between group coaching programs, or you've got a bit of a downturn going on in your business and you've been running group programs and they don't seem to be selling anymore, then you can always default back to one-on-one. And it's quick, it's easy. And if you know how to do it right, and if you know how to convert those clients. All right, so the first thing is just make that decision. Make that decision that I am going to really work hard. Hey, Ash, I'm really going to work hard on developing this skill set because it's important. This is my bread and butter. The coaching skills and becoming a better coach, that's going to come from coaching more, but you don't get to coach more if you don't have the clients, right? So the next thing is, you've made the decision. The next thing is you need to get confident in this stuff. And the way you get confident is, the other stuff that we've spoken about over the last couple of days, but not just that. You've got to feel 100% comfortable and confident in your packages, and know what you're delivering and feel really good about that stuff. Because if you go into into a discovery call and you're like, oh yeah, I've got a 12-week package, or what's in it, you've got to know what you're delivering, and you've got to know what your value is, and you've got to really niche down. I know, there's arguments for and against niche. I'm always going to niche because it has always served me well. It works for me. It makes marketing clearer and easier. It's easier to get in front of the people that you want to get in front of, because you're like, hey, I'm the coach's coach. That's what I am now. And I'm a the coach's coach, and I'm a coaching business strategist. That's what I do. And so I am now, again, since I've changed and moved into this direction, or talking about it more, I'm attracting a lot more coaches into my world. And that's what you want to do too. But you've got to be confident. You've got to be so confident about your packages. You've got to know that your house is tidy before you invite people in. So what I mean by that is, have you got all your contracts in order? Have you got your packaging right? All the different bits and pieces that are normally going to be noise going on. If you feel satisfied, if somebody signs up with me today, I know, this is my process. I've got it mapped out. I send them the contract. I set them up in this. I do this. I do that. And then this is how I record things so that I know where we're at with the sessions. All of those things are really important. If you haven't made space for that stuff, if you don't have that stuff in place, you're going to be energetically pushing and pulling about whether you want to take on more clients or not, because you're going to wonder in the back of your mind, is something going to break if I take on a new client? Is something going to go wrong? So you've got to sort that shit out. And then the next thing is, actually, I'm going to talk to you about a conversation I had a little while ago with this lighting, with a coach that I know pretty well, and his business started to do really, really well. And I was doing like a one-day program with him, and he basically said, I've got all these clients, but I have no process. Like, I don't know who's paid, who hasn't paid. I haven't even looked at my payment system for a while. And I sell 12-week coaching packages, but I don't know where anyone's up to. I don't know who's got 4 sessions. And I'm like, why the hell not, man? Like, what are you doing? Like, you've got to be more organized than that. Can you imagine the chaos of, operating in that sort of chaos is just not pull. You know, as a coach, it's your responsibility to be really organized and have all of that stuff in place so that you're not distracted by that shit when you're coaching your clients, because you should be with them fully and present all the time. All right, so we've decided we're getting confident. And then the next thing is, you know, set your KPIs, work your numbers. So how, you know, work backwards. And it boggles me how many people don't do this. So if you don't do this, start doing it today. And that is work backwards. So you might say, okay, for me to make, well, what do you want to make? So just say you're a newbie coach and you want to earn, you know, for me, I think earning $10,000 in a month is so easy. I think anyone can do that. But I know that if you're early on, that might feel overwhelming and it might just seem too big a reach. So maybe work a number like $4,000. I think that was, you know, back in the early days, that was a big goal for me. To earn $1,000 a week from my coaching was a big goal. So that's a really good one to have. And then you work out, okay, so how many coaching packages do I need to sell? Now, if you are selling a coaching program that is under $2,500, then you're doing it wrong. Like, you need to be selling at a minimum, your packages should be $2,500. You know, and that's business coaching. You would never charge $2,500 for business coaching. But if we're talking life coaching, wellness coaching, all those other things, then you know, you need to start at that and then make it worth that money. If that freaks you out a little bit, then you need to make it worth that money. If you're already charging that and you've been charging it a while, it's time to put your prices up. But work backwards. So say, for example, that figure is, yep, I want to earn $4,000 a month in my coaching business in the next, I don't know, 3 months, for example. I want to consistently earn $4,000 a month. When you do that, then you know, okay, so how much am I selling my coaching package for? 2.5. So I really only need to sell 2 coaching programs. Okay, good. Now we know what we're dealing with. I only need to sell 2 coaching programs this month. And then from there, you need to work backwards and go, okay, based on history, when I do discovery calls, how many am I converting? So for example, you might be really crap at it right now and you might be converting 1 in 10, right? Which is, you know, you'd want to get better at it than that. But just say, let's just use that as for argument's sake, right? 1 in 10 you convert. So if you need 2 clients, that means you're going to do 20 discovery calls. Now, if that doesn't motivate you to get better at discovery calls, so you don't have to do 20 to get 2 clients, then I don't know what will. But so work your numbers that way. So let's just say, yep, I want to earn $4,000 a month because I'm just starting out, and that would be my first milestone. $1,000 a week coaching, that would feel really good. Then how many clients is that? You know, this is a trick question because it's 2 or 1 maybe. Then from there you need to work back and say, okay, so based on my conversion rate, what is that going to be? Now, if you don't have a conversion rate, then you just got to work it out. And that is just, you keep doing those discovery calls, keep track of them and know how many you convert, and then work your numbers back from there. And then the challenge part of this program is to challenge yourself to, based on those numbers, do all the things that I spoke about in yesterday's training to lock in that amount of discovery calls. That's just what you've got to do. That is just what you've got to do. And you do it however, you know, it's, as I say, Facebook ads, it's hanging around in groups, it's getting out and about with life and doing the things that you need to do. Hey Selena, how are you? So yeah, that's basically the success mindset. So decide on it. You know, decide you're going to be serious about this. This is not a hobby, people. This is your business. This is your future. This is the legacy that you are creating for yourself and for your family. And then, as I said, get confident, make it yours, all the rest of it. Feel good and confident about what you do and what you're delivering. Set those KPIs and work backwards from there. Now, I know there's a lot there, and I haven't got this coaching package up on my website just yet, but I'm going to offer it to you guys. And that is a discovery call package. And so if you want some help with this stuff, if you want some help coming up with a strategy, but also working your discovery call skills. So we get to role play and I get to help you to tweak them and make sure that you're really building this skill in a great way so that you do convert. You know, if every discovery call that you get is an opportunity, and if you're not converting those opportunities, then you're making it really hard for yourself. As I said, it's the number one skill you need. So if you want to work with me one-on-one to focus on just getting that discovery call piece right, and as I say, setting those KPIs and working out your percentages and, you know, having some accountability, having somebody to push you to make sure that you are locking in those discovery calls and you're doing what it takes to lock in those discovery calls, then you're able to have, you know, work with me and go, okay, I did this discovery call and I think I really screwed up because this is what I did. You know, I can talk you off the ledge. We can talk about how to make it better. So the coaching package is going to be purely around that discovery call skill set. So if you are interested to know more about that, just say in the comments, just put a yes and I will message you with the details, or you can shoot me a message on my business page, so Michelle Hext Official. Shoot me a message there, or you can tag me in the comments and I can get in touch with you. But it's not expensive. It's not, you know, it's not $10,000 or anything like that. It's well under $2,000. But as I say, it's one of those skill sets that every coach needs to have. And if you're not confident with that, or you think, you know, this information was so good and I really want to use it, but you know you're going to go away and talk yourself out of it and not use it, then buy the package, because I will help you to develop it, get really confident with it. We're going to set some targets together, and then I'm basically going to, you know, hold you accountable and kick your ass and support you to doing that so that you have your best month yet. We're going to test so many discovery call skills through you doing those discovery calls and us being able to, you know, break it down and talk about it. Anyway, if that sounds like you, shoot me a message, say yes, and I'll get in contact with you, or tag me. I'm giving you a lot of options. You can email me as well, mh@michellehext.com. But anyway, use this information. Even if you're not in a position to do the one-on-one stuff with me, use the information. All of the information I've given you over the last 3 days is gold. As I'm delivering the training, I'm just feeling so excited about it because I know it's really needed. It really is so needed. And if you can build these skills, you will never have a problem. See you, Jess. You will never have a problem making money in your coaching business. You really won't. And you know, whether you're selling individual coaching programs to start with, and then you're selling high ticket group programs, the principle's still the same. You're still going to run a discovery call and move people into the high end group coaching program. Anyway, that's a wrap. I've run out of voice. I hope you've enjoyed this program. What I did yesterday was I put up a poll about, because I'm going to run another paid program soon. I've been giving away lots of free programs, which I know everybody's really getting a lot out of, but you know, girls got to pay the bills. So I am going to launch some paid programs too, and I put a poll in there for you to put your options in and what you'd be willing to pay for it. And I screwed up. I thought I put that you can do multiple options, but something happened and you can only put one, and it's just turned into a shit show. So I'm going to delete it. I'm going to start again and then run another poll. And if you could let me know your preferences there, that would be really, really helpful. All right, guys, but I think the program's going to be something along the lines of, you know, setting your coaching business up right from the start, which is going to be about all the systems and processes that I just spoke about, so you can get really confident. Anyway, I'm going to go, but I hope you've enjoyed this 3 days. This isn't goodbye, obviously. I'll be running more stuff, and I'll be back probably tomorrow with something. Anyway, have a great day. Bye, guys.